Hi Cancers, how are you? Welcome to your June Life and Love reading. This is Shooting Stars Tarot. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Private reading link is below, and then at the end of this, if you'd like to get the extended, that link is also below. Alright, Cancers. What are the love messages for Cancers in June 2019? Love messages for Cancers. Love messages for Cancer. Sun, Moon, and Rising in June 2019. You guys have kind of had a rough go for a while. It's like life is good, but your love life, it's like it's hit or miss. And I feel like it's with this one person. Okay, so this is a 9-card spread. We're also going to do significators for each row. Spirit and Universe, what are the significating, clarifying cards for each row for Cancers? What are the significator cards for each row for Cancers in June 2019 for their love life? Interesting. Bottom of the deck. Okay, good. So remember when I said life is good, right? Things are good. You don't really have any complaints. You're genuinely very happy-go-lucky anyway. And you always surround yourself with very good people. So in general here about life, right? Life, finances, things are good there. The World card, something's coming to an ending because you have finally gotten the clarity that you need. And I'm also saying that because of this Final Judgment card here. But we also have the Death card and then the Justice card reversed. So first of all, something might not be going your way, but it's also not 100% over despite the World card. Okay? You very likely could be dealing with a Libra, a Scorpio. Things aren't going your way, but the reason why, Cancers, is because something that really is needing to change is not changing. Whether this is you or them or the dynamic. And you're not going to be happy until that's changed, but keep in mind you might be part of the, there's two people in a relationship, so you might be part of the reason why they can't change, or vice versa. So it's almost as if the universe is really trying to force some change here, and you guys are just not allowing it to take place. Okay, something needs to finally end. Now, this doesn't mean the relationship has to finally end, but there's something in your dynamic that has got to end before this can turn upright, and it's just not happening right now. There's still going to be fight left in you. This isn't over for good, right? You're still going to be, probably you both are, could be dealing with the fire sign, but you both are going to be very optimistic. You have the energy. You want to fight for the relationship. So that's not the issue here. There's something that needs to shift. Now let's get back up here. Now, this is very interesting because here, something needs to shift, something needs to give before things start turning in the right direction. Okay, so that's awesome. You're going to get the clarity of what that is so it can end and move forward into a better place. I think you guys have been very, very, very back and forth, and there's probably a very unhealthy dynamic to this relationship, and it's like, that's why this is clarity. This is clarifying here with the Ace of Swords. You definitely know this. They know this. Everybody knows this. But I also feel like we've talked about this before. So, and honestly, I feel like I've talked about this before with Libras. So think about that. And leave your comments below, because I'm curious if this is really resonating with you, or if I'm very, very much talking to a specific group of you. But look at this, okay? Knight of Wands. This is something that you want to stay. You want to stay in this relationship or this job. Okay, I want this to be about love, but I don't want to only have it be about love. But you definitely want to stay. You don't want ego battles. You don't want, flying in, flying out. You don't want this on again, off again relationship. You want this to be something that's stable, something that's good, and someone that comes to stay. You and them. Could be a fire sign. Tower, the Moon, Nine of Cups. Yes, the Tower breaking down is, nobody likes the Tower card. And we all know that the Tower card has to do with everything breaking down to the very base level so it can be rebuilt with a stronger foundation. You guys certainly need that right now in your relationship. That needs to happen. And this is going to be happening. Maddie. Madison. I'm so sorry. Her snoring's really bugging me today. Sometimes it doesn't bother me. But something is definitely going to be breaking down. A secret might come to light that could cause this, or there could be some self-honesty with you or the other person, or a very enlightening conversation that is not fun to have. Again, we have the clarity, the Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords here with the clarity, but this is something coming to light, something becoming illuminated. So this could be a conversation that the two of you have. I call it a gavel passing, like whoever's holding the gavel gets to say whatever they want, and everybody agrees that their feelings won't get hurt. So it clears the air, and then you pass the gavel to the next person. They can say anything they want, everything they want, and the other person has to agree to not be offended. And it really is healthy in a relationship to do that every once in a while, because it allows you to get all of the crap off your chest, all the expectations, all the hurt, all the pain, all the anger, all the hopes, right? All the expectations. That could be something that's taking place here. Not necessarily a long conversation between the two, but there's going to be this very strong understanding and knowing that something has to come out of this, and then things will get good. Then you will stay. Because ultimately the main goal here, the main goal for this breaking down, having this, come to Jesus moment within your relationship, this could be health issues with somebody, drinking issues, drugs, spending too much money, cheating, you know what I'm saying? I mean, real heavy stuff here. The main goal here is to stay. The main goal here is to be free and choose to stay. Because that's where real loyalty and trust can be developed in a moment like that. Instead of having that, feisty breakup where you're just going to get back together 3 days later. I mean, that's just childish. Really, really, really childish. So that's the goal here. And that will ultimately make you the most happy. And I started on drinking too much and indulging with what I was talking about over here, because the Nine of Cups can indicate heavy, heavy drinking. Overindulgence in drinking. Okay. Something is going to, like we talked about here, something is very much going to be found out. You're going to know a certain direction. You're going to have very, very significant clarity on what you need to do. Okay, this is the final judgment. It's like the universe is looking down at you, or spirits, or whoever is looking down on you, saying, this is the direction you need to go in. This is the information that you needed. Okay, very strong. And that's the 20th major arcana card, so it leads to the world. It leads to an ending, so you can start a new phase. So here we have a lack of victory, lack of energy, possible miscarriage, and lack of excitement towards starting something new. And then the Four of Wands here indicates a celebration. So there could be a very strong, and we're going to pull a lot of clarifiers on this row. Actually, we're going to put a lot of clarifiers on all of these. Really, these. A lot on this. But, I mean, not getting what you want, not feeling good, can lead to some sort of celebration. That's why I'm really sensing that there's going to be this come to Jesus moment this month within your relationship. And if you both handle it right, if you both choose to stay and let everything be illuminated so you can rebuild, there really will be a good, strong fighting chance here for an actual celebration. But you've really got to make sure that what they're saying is true. You can't be like, they say it and then 5 days later they go against everything that they said they said today, because their feelings change or their mood is different right now. So they're just gonna get drunk and then say a bunch of crap, or go out and party, or not call. It's like, I think there's this revolving door cycle, and you're trying to keep them and they don't want to be gone, but they do, and then you hate them so you kick them out, and then but you still love them and you want to care for them, and they need you, and then they just treat you like crap, and then they love you. It's just, that is just a very immature, childish relationship. And unless you start getting real with them, which I think you really have been, but I don't know that they're hearing it, Cancers. They have to hear it. That could be what this is. That could be what this is and what this is. They have to hear it, and they have to absorb it, and they have to decide. All right? Otherwise, this is going to be endless failing relationship. And it's not, and you could be dealing with an earth sign too, because this represents Taurus. And somebody's not wanting to put the energy in. Okay. Finally, you get the answers, and then you can make a decision. The decision is going to be you. Now, you could be dealing with a fire sign, and they could be the decision. You're deciding to stay with them, right? Or they could be deciding to stay with you. So that's possible. However, the decision could also be to go find something new, to get a burst of inspiration, a burst of initiation within yourself, and go start something new. All right? Take action and start something new. Or, okay, whether or not you're deciding to fully stay or fully go in this relationship this month, this could be a new hobby, a new interest, something that could make you money, because the Queen of Wands, she's the card of Aries. She loves money. She loves working hard. She doesn't necessarily like being rich, but she likes getting the reward for her efforts. And so she's always working towards something. She always is inspirational and always has lots of good ideas. So you could be taking on this energy. Someone else could be coming into your life that is a fire sign. And this could also be a card of passion as well. So then, which really could be another person, because then, Cancers, you are going to be juggling something. But ultimately, despite your juggling, you ultimately will make a decision. All right, so I'm really looking at this. You're really trying to make something work here. And I think you keep getting thrown for a loop with this relationship. And then someone else comes into the picture and they start looking really good. They start looking very promising. They're very inspiring to you. They have a lot of energy, possible stability. And that's a whole different dynamic than this circular revolving door relationship that I feel like you've been in. And, again, something's really got to give. Otherwise, it's never going to be balanced out. It's a very imbalanced relationship. Again, you're in a good place. Okay, money's not necessarily the issue on your side. So I like that. Also, this is indicating your goals, right? You want stability. You want a family. You want, the next phase of your life to be in that regard. You don't like this, whatever this is. So here's the universe saying, here's a good option. kind of weigh that around for a minute, we'll spend some time clarifying this card specifically, because it looks like there's a new person coming into the picture that's really good for you. And because here's the thing, Cancers, you are always supportive of the people that are closest to you and the people that you love. And so if someone's going to be inspiring to you, and if someone inspires themselves and always has, doesn't really let problems get to them, someone's always forging ahead, moving to new ideas, getting excited about things, right? You're going to be a very supportive person for them. So you're going to fuel their fire, and they're going to love your support. And you're going to feel good because they're going to be allowing you to be supportive, which is where you feel best. All right, making them feel safe and them appreciating it makes you feel safe, makes you feel loved. So this could ultimately be a very good dynamic, a very good relationship for you. Okay. Well, that was fast. It just popped right out. Liz of the Shadows. Let's read this. This is an oracle card. We'll pull another one in the extended. Let's look at this. Keywords: healing the shadows, addictions, bondage, self-esteem. Okay, ultimately, Liz is trying to help people develop true self-respect and self-esteem, but she has to start much farther down the scale of idealism than that. She tries to inspire practical help for those who need it most. She is the inspiration for the first wobbly steps taken by the damaged soul towards healing. Her presence in a reading indicates that something that had seemed lost and fixed in that loss is now open to healing. See, something really could be coming out that's very needed here. And it could really generate a lot of healing. That's why the Tower's here. Someone is ready to begin with help. The climb out of the inner mire. There is hope here and a need for loving kindness tempered by practicality. If you call upon Liz for assistance in helping another, she will always give it, often by encouraging that person to be receptive to others and to also be helpful. She always has time to support those who have time for others. See, this card is all about you. Someone's needing you. But part of this self-esteem and self-worth comments in the card has to do with they might always need you, and that's why you're always there. But it can't always be like that, right? Your assistance and your support and your love have to ultimately be cherished, and they are going to need to change for you because of that. And if it doesn't, it's just going to keep sucking your soul away, and it's going to be this endless cycle. And you are worth a lot more than that. You deserve a better relationship than that. Okay? So let's get into the extended. That link's below. Pull a lot of clarifiers. I'm very interested in this, so I'm going to pull clarifiers on that and everything. All right, I love you, Cancers. I will see you. I'm going to be doing a 6-month overviews coming up, and then also X spreads will be coming up also, so stay tuned for those. I'm going to wait a few days before that, so if you want a private reading, now would be a good time to order that, because I'm not going to, once I get into those readings, it could be a week and a half, 2 weeks before I have time to get back to the private reading. So anyway, get those in if you want, and I love you, and I will see you later. All right, bye guys.